So you guys probably all at this point have seen the Grant Cardone, the infamous Grant Cardone podcast, where, I don't want to say it, but Grant made an ass of himself. I was dying to jump across the table and choke the guy. I was like, it's so funny because you were actually right that I finally got a little nasty with the guy. Because after a while, it was almost like, I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
So it's clear to see that Jordan Belfort doesn't have much time for Grant Cardone, but it does take two people to get into a fight. So what does Grant Cardone think of Jordan Belfort since their now infamous podcast together? Just going to show you a clip of what Grant Cardone has said about Jordan Belfort since their podcast.
Are you still prepping? You're still prepping for this boxing match? Is that happening?
Which one?
You said the rumor I heard you were going to fight Jordan Belfort. Is that a real thing?
God, that would not be a fight. That would not. I did ask him into the cage.
Yeah. Did you guys hear about this?
He would never ever do that.
They wanted to go into the cage.
You guys have beef?
There's 2 or 3 guys that I would love to take into a cage because they're online every day talking shit and smacking.
Who?
There's a couple, 2 or 3 guys. Okay, so
Is Ty Lopez one of them?
No, Ty. I'm good with Ty.
Oh, okay.
And Ty would kick my ass.
Really?
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, because he's trained, right? I'm not trained.
I didn't know that.
Definitely not Dan Fleischman. That's for sure.
No, I don't know Danny that well, okay. but not Danny. It wouldn't be Danny. But anyway.
Wow. Jordan Belfort, I feel like in a head-to-head you would, but what I know about Jordan Belfort is he's got some tricks up his sleeve.
No.
So there you go. You can see Grant Cardone's reaction to Jordan Belfort. You can see that both of them don't like each other and would have no problem getting into the cage with each other. But how did this all come about? How did it escalate to this? Like, Jordan Belfort and Grant Cardone are both known as 2 of the best salespeople in the world. How has it came about that they're now going to have a cage fight with each other? It started off with 2 of them being on a podcast together. And the podcast, I'll play you the clips in just a moment that started all of this. But it just seemed to get escalated from there. Both of them have came out and said different things about each other since then, which has really escalated this row and made it a high possibility that the 2 of them will actually step in the cage and have a fight together. So I'm just going to jump over now and show you a few of the different things that each of them have said about each other since this infamous podcast that they've done together, which has just escalated, and you can see for yourself. I'll just play the clip now so that you can see how it's escalated so quickly between the 2 of them.
What do you think is wrong with him? Like, what is there something? Does he have a screw loose? I wonder, why couldn't he answer the most basic questions about sales, business, what was it why can't he answer the simple? I mean, I was giving him softball questions, Kevin.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to trap the guy. I finally said it's not a trick question to the guy, right? And he has an inability. He seems to have no understanding of selling at all. Like, I don't get it.
Hey, to all my young salespeople, professional salespeople, maybe you're getting started in sales and you're starting to study people around the sales game. If you don't know who I am, my entire life today, where I'm at today, sales had something to do with it. And my name's Grant Cardone. I've written numerous books on sales, actually written 8 books, 13 best-selling business programs. And I have a platform called Cardone University that's trained more salespeople probably than any single training platform in the world with 50 million logins. I recently did an interview in Los Angeles, and this guy kept asking me sales questions about what would you do if you were at the door? What if they said this? What if they said that? And my response to him was, look, man, you got to advance the game now. Really important for young salespeople to not make the same mistake I made and that this gentleman's making. There is no trick, gimmick, shortcut thing to say that can get that door to open.
Then he says, first he goes, no tricks, there's no tricks. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm so strategy, right? And then he goes, I charge one person $100 and I charge someone else $80,000 for the same product. He goes, that's the trick people should learn. So I'm like, wait a second. So I stopped him.
but I think in some sense, a little bit of ego has gotten in the way, and I don't want to I don't want to say
a fucking egomaniac. The guy, the guy is
maybe I'm trying to be modest. Okay?
Let me tell you how stupid he is. I'm going to tell you flat out, and I hope you're watching this, Grant. He actually posted this on his own site.
No.
And then took it down after 5 hours after he got 8,000 negative comments. He's that delusional about himself. All right. I mean, then he put out oh my God, he put out a reaction video trying to explain himself.
I reacted
which you
to that
destroyed
too.
that one too. I mean, you know what? The guys, let me tell you the lesson. There's a lesson here, okay? Number one, okay, is that you don't get far in life by being an asshole. He came in here to be an asshole. He treated my staff like shit. He was rude to people.
On camera.
Everything. Just was rude. He walked in here with just a... But now that he's not in my home, I'll tell you what I'm saying, this guy's a stone cold idiot. I mean, he's sitting there saying things that are just flat out lies. If you saw my ad, you must have clicked on my site. You know that's not how Facebook works. They show you what they think you're interested in, whether you click on it or not, until you say, stop showing it to me because it's driving me crazy. And I've done that with Grant.
Or you click on it and then they give you more.
I did it on I just had to do it on Instagram. All of a sudden, after this whole debacle with Grant, my Instagram started filling up with his shit. Because now they're linking me to Grant Cardone, so they're showing me his ads. He's advertising like crazy right now, trying to make a comeback from all this stuff. Because I think it genuinely hurt his business, for sure.
So that's all the back and forth that's gone on between Jordan Belfort and Grant Cardone since their podcast interview together. But what was actually said on the podcast interview that led to this beef between the two of them? Well, that's what I'm going to play for you now. I'm going to play the best clips from their podcast together so that you can see for yourself how it all began from the very start. And what I'll do is I'll leave a link down below this video so that you can go and check out their video if you wish, if you want to watch the whole podcast interview. You can see here that it's 1 hour and 20 minutes, the whole podcast. But what I'll do is just take out the best clips and put them in this video for you and leave a link down below if you want to check out the entire podcast interview between Grant Cardone and Jordan Belfort.
JB here in the house, the Wolf's Den. I got a great guest today, the one you've all been waiting for. Everyone keeps thinking people keep thinking that we have this like ongoing feud, like it's the rumble in the freaking beach jungle here. But dude, I'm really actually excited to have you here. Thank you for coming, and I really appreciate you coming.
Yeah,
because I think that all I want you to know is that my whole alchemy is I want to try to extract as much as I can from you about how you go out and train salespeople, about your life, because I want to give this massive to the audience, right?
Well, everybody wants to know who's the better salesman, right? That's what they keep saying.
I don't know, you know.
Well, it depends who you talk to. You ask Jordan, he's going to say he is.
Listen, I think that I love to sell.
Yeah.
But one thing I realized pretty quickly is I'm even better at training salespeople than I am I'm a great salesperson, but I really excel when I love doing it. Like when
I don't like sales at all.
I love training people. So, anyways, let's start in the beginning. So, when did you start selling? I did the same job, by the way, but with boxes of frozen steak and meat. And
Well, I didn't have enough ice. I didn't plan, or I didn't know what I was doing, so the fish was going bad.
Got it.
And I'm like, I have to sell this shit.
Right.
Otherwise, it's going to go bad.
So what was your rap? What was your pitch back then?
Hey, guys, I got fish. I got fish. That was my fucking stick.
I'll give you really good prices. They're
there's
about
my
to,
straight
if I don't sell them now, they're going to go bad.
I got fish. I just caught them. You want them? And that's how I still sell today, by the way.
Okay.
Like there's no, it's very direct, to the point. Find out if you're interested, and then I move on.
What's the fine line?
Oh, you saw the unreasonable. You're like the follow up.
No. I mean, like, okay, so you have two types of people. You have buyers and non-buyers, right? Like, what do you mean?
No, I don't believe that. I think they're all buyers.
You think everyone's a buyer?
Every person, every human being you meet is going to buy something.
Whether
they might not buy my fish, but then they're going to buy insurance, or they're going to buy groceries, or they're all buyers.
But what you're selling fish though?
In that case, I was selling fish, but that does not make them a non-buyer.
Of fish though, if they
that day, that moment.
Right. No, if they don't. My point is, technically,
every buyer's a buyer.
Okay, so
all I'm looking for is money anyway. Every seller's looking for something. They're looking for money. They don't want to keep what they have. They're looking for money.
So you don't think? Okay, so
I think every buyer's a buyer.
Slow it down for 1 second, all right? Slow it down for a second. I know you speak. You speak almost as fast as me.
You're on the Red Bull. I'm not.
question, okay? So if you're a salesman, a young salesman out in the field, let's say you're selling insurance, right?
Yeah.
And let's say you knock on someone's door and say, I'm not interested in insurance.
I understand.
Would you keep pushing and pushing and pushing?
No, I totally understand. But I don't believe that they're not interested is an interest level.
Okay.
Not interested is better than before you hit that door and they said they weren't interested. Not interest. No interest is a level of interest.
Okay.
Like if I have no coffee in my house, I'm talking about coffee.
Okay.
Zero, none is a quantity.
So as you can see, it's starting to get heated between the two of them. But I'm just going to fast forward to the final clip. And this is where they actually talk about having the cage match. So I'm just going to fast forward to this now.
It's not a big money. It's not a.
We're the only profitable seminar business,
right? But it's not
in the United States.
It's just not a really big profit center per se. It's great for building brand and stuff like that, but I wouldn't say a big profit center.
I thought you were asking a question. Are you making a statement or asking?
Well, you won't. I'm trying to pry it out of you. Tell me.
No, I'll tell you.
Tell me about it.
We've done three 10X growth conferences.
Okay.
We should do a cage match, me and you.
Fighting or
3 rounds, 90 days to prepare for it. Who the fuck wins this thing? Who comes out? Huh? Give all the money to charity. $100 a pay-per-view. It'd be fucking good.
A physical cage match.
Physical. Right?
Really?
Yeah. Give 90 days to train. We both get ready.
I need a little bit longer. You know why? I just had my shoulder replaced.
Even better.
No,
even better.
Dude, no, I have a metal ball on my shoulder now, so I don't even.
I won't.
You promise you won't touch my shoulder?
I won't hit your shoulder.
Yeah, I would need about a.
Who would sign up for that deal? $100 pay-per-view. How many people? How much money could we do?
What?
Let's see what we could do. You think we could both promote it?
We could both a cage match. Do you
100,000. I think
you sound like Logan Paul now, buddy. I had Logan Paul on my podcast.
Would Logan do it with me?
Logan would kick your ass, I think. Logan's he's a fucking tough dude, Logan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe. I'm a little past my prime. I wrestled in college, buddy, but it's been quite some time since I slugged it out.
That's why I give you 90 days to get ready.
Yeah, 90 days. No, I would need no, seriously, I would need about a year for this to heal.
Let's do it. Let's set a date. I want to set a date?
Yeah. But anyway, listen.
How old are you?
I just turned 57.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You're older than me.
Yeah, so we could call it the
geriatric slugfest?
The elderly cage match. Sales Titans. The Sales Titans cage match.
Dude, you don't
the Wolf of Wall Street.
Dude, you don't sound like you're really into sales, though. You don't seem to. I don't know. You don't seem to have the passion for sales, though, buddy. You're like a real estate dude. That's what you see.
Dude, look, I
honestly, I'm just being dead honest. You're like you're much more into real estate sales training.
Every real estate deal that I'm involved in requires sales. So you see what I'm saying? I mean, that wasn't.
No, but go back to 10X for a second. Tell me, you didn't tell me about 10X. I don't know about 10X.
Okay, we've done 3 10X growth.
How many people speak there? Is it like
we had our first one? We had 2,200 people there. We sold.
How many people speakers? Like what type of speakers?
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay. Yeah.
So we had 2,200 people at our first event because you said they're not profitable, and that's not true.
That's not what I said. I said the seminar world. Okay. I said it's not profitable typically, right?
Okay, good. So you're right. You're right. So 22.
I know I'm right because I've been there.
Good for you. 2,200 people. I don't know where I'm gonna be. Maybe I'm gonna be. I'm having messed up shoulder because of that cage match we're in.
You don't want to get in the cage with me, pal.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
So that pretty much brings you up to date to where the Grant Cardone and Jordan Belfort argument is at. But the big question remains, will they actually step in the cage and have a fight? I'd love to know what you think because, it's hard to know if it's just all for publicity, if it's actually going to happen, if either of them are serious or if both of them are serious, because it's only going to happen if both of them are serious. Two of them are big sales guys and they could make a lot of money. Like, they have a big audience, big following. They get a lot of people that would want to come and watch the two of them slug it out to see which one of them would win. So what do you think? Will they actually go ahead and have this cage fight or not? I'd love to know. Leave it down in the comments what you think, and I look forward to speaking to you on the next video. Speak soon.